Hello, story listeners. Pat, storyteller here again with a new story for your listening and viewing pleasure. So, here we go. One day, while walking down a path, it was a dusty path, I spied a little something in the road. It had wings, or it moved things that looked from where I was like wings. White wings, but low to the ground or on the ground. From where I stood, I first saw it as white wings. At the same time, it was like I heard some sound like tinkling bells blowing on a line of breeze. Now, I was just coming from the funeral of my Auntie Jane, and it was, to say the least, a joyous occasion because everybody had a story about that time. Auntie Jane did such and such. Let me give you one story on such and such. Auntie Jane was to us very prim and prideful, nothing out of place, and because she was like that, it felt as if you're going to be in her presence. You had to mirror that. She never said so with words, but it was just so. Anyway, Cousin Sue was far from prim, so she was always the least and the last to ever visit Auntie Jane. And visiting Auntie Jane was a regular family thing on a Sunday afternoon, because this woman could cook. Lord love her. The rice and peas to perfection, the roast chicken, we had to find another name for it because it was, well, above delicious. And mind you, Auntie Jane raised her own chickens. The dressing on her coleslaw, that salad, again, late on a Sunday evening, when you're in the safety of your bed, you're still remembering the joy of the coleslaw dressing. And you have to know, Auntie Jean grew her own cabbages. I'm not saying the woman was perfect, of course. Of course not. But she set a high standard. We all said that at the funeral. Well, as to Cousin Sue, she would always find an excuse not to go to Auntie Jane's on Sundays because, again, because of the high standard. And Auntie Jane never said a word about it. As a matter of fact, she would always put together a package of the whole Sunday meal for Cousin Sue, and every Sunday we would have to pull names from a hat to see who would hand the thank you note from Cousin Sue that she personally wrote to Auntie Jane. And I want to say it took her no short amount of time to write, "Thank you, Auntie Jane, for a beautiful meal," because she wanted it to be perfect. Well, when Cousin Sue heard Auntie Jane was sick and counting down days to departure, she now was feeling great pressure to make at least one appearance. See here, Cousin Sue went to a hairdresser and a dressmaker and etiquette coach days and days until Auntie Jane passed out of the body on the same day Cousin Sue felt she had reached perfection. Of course, you know the loudest crying at the funeral was from Cousin Sue. But her hair looked good. Her dress was perfection. I can't tell you what is the bawling etiquette. at a funeral such as this. I think Cousin Sue set a new standard though, and I believe, according to what family and friends said among themselves, that Cousin Sue was the decided benchmark from here on. All this was on my mind as I walked on the dusty path, and the something with wings rested on the road, or it hovered just above. And I tell you this because you have to believe me. The wings moving, the tingling sound in the wind, and then a sweet, sweet voice to me saying, "Tell Sue to stop it. I am quite quiet. I'm quite okay where I am. And I forgive her." Lightning brings change, sudden energy. Hope you can